Hello everyone. We are going to see third chapter Node.js modules. We are going to cover various topics like functions, buffer and module. Consider about the functions. A function can have attributes and properties also. It can be treated like a class in JavaScript. For example, some functions are defined over here: function copy, function display. In that we have defined console.logx. Now consider about the buffers. Why to use buffers? Pure JavaScript does not handle the straight binary data very well. This is fine on the browser where most data is in the form of strings. However, Node.js servers have to also deal with TCP streams and reading and writing to the file system, both of which make it necessary to deal with purely binary streams of data. One way to handle this problem is to just use strings anyway, which is exactly what Node.js did at first. However, this approach is extremely problematic to work with. It's slow, it makes you work with APIs designed for strings and not the binary data. And it has a tendency to break in strange and mysterious ways. So don't use binary strings but use buffers instead. So what are the buffers? The buffer class in Node.js is designed to handle raw binary data. Each buffer corresponds to some raw memory allocated outside V8. Buffers act somewhat like arrays of integers but aren't resizable and have a whole bunch of methods specifically for binary data. The integers in a buffer each represent a byte and so are limited to values from 0 to 255 inclusive. When using console.log to print the buffer instance, you will get a chain of values in a hexadecimal values. Consider about Node.js buffer module. The buffer module provides a way of handling streams of binary data. The buffer object is a global object in Node.js and it is not necessary to import it using the require keyword. Consider its syntax. For example, if you want to create an empty buffer of the length 15, then you can use the following syntax: where buffer is equal to buffer.alloc in bracket 15. Consider various buffer methods. First is alloc. So it will create a buffer object of the specified length that you specify. Alloc unsafe. So it will create a non-zero field buffer of the specified length. Alloc unsafe slow. It creates a non-zero field and non-pulled buffer of the specified length. Byte length. It will return number of bytes in a specified object. Compare. It compares two buffer objects. Buffer class is a global class that can be accessed in an application without importing the buffer module. Consider how to write to the buffer. Following is the syntax of the method to write into a node buffer. Buffer.write in bracket string of offset, then length and encoding. Parameters. Here is the description of the parameters that we have used. String. So this is the string data to be returned to the buffer. Offset is the index of the buffer to start writing at. The default value is 0. Length. So this is the number of bytes to write. Defaults to buffer.length. Encoding. The encoding to use. The default encoding is UTF-8. The return value of this buffer.write is, this method returns the number of octets written. If there is not enough space in the buffer to fit the entire string, it will write a part of the string. For example, buffer is equal to new buffer in bracket 256. Length is equal to buffer.write in bracket simply easy learning. And if you say console.log octets written and plus length. So when the above program is executed, it will produce the result as octets written is 20. Consider how to read from the buffer. Following is the syntax of the method to read the data from a node buffer. Buffer.toString in bracket encoding start end. Here is the description of the parameters that we have used. Encoding. So the encoding to use, as we have seen, UTF-8 is the default encoding. Start. Beginning index to start reading. Default to 0. End. The end index to end the reading. The default is complete buffer. The return value. This method decodes and returns a string from the buffer data encoded using the specified character set encoding. For example, buff is equal to new buffer in bracket 26 for where I is equal to 0, I less than 26, I plus plus, buffer of I is equal to I plus 97. If you say console.log in bracket buffer.toString ASCII, so it will output ABCD up to Z. If you say console.log buffer.string in bracket ASCII, 0, 5, so it will output first 5 characters, that is A, B, C, D, E. If you say console.log buffer.toString UTF, 0, 5, so again it will output first 5 characters, that is A, B, C, D, E. Console.log in bracket buffer.toString undefined, 0, 5. So here, as you know, encoding defaults to UTF, so output will be again A, B, C, D, E, right? See, there are various ways for creating the buffers. So node buffer can be constructed in a variety of ways. The first method is consider the syntax to create uninitiated buffer of 10 octets, for example. So we'll say where buffer is equal to new buffer in bracket 10. Second method, so this is the syntax to create a buffer from a given array. So for example, where buffer is equal to new buffer in bracket the array 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that way. Next is the syntax to create a buffer from a given string and optionally encoding type, where buffer is equal to new buffer, simply easy learning UTF-8. So though UTF-8 is the default encoding, you can use any of the following encodings like ASCII, UTF-8, UTF-16LE, etc. Consider the usage of buffers now. Consider how to create the buffers. There are few ways to create new buffers, where buffer is equal to buffer.alloc in bracket 8. So this will print out 8 bytes of 0. So the output will look this way. This buffer is initialized and contains 8 bytes of zeros, where buffer is equal to buffer.from in bracket 8675309. So this will print out 8 bytes of certain values. So for example, here we have defined the values at 8675, etc. So the output will look this way as shown in the slide. This initializes the buffer to the contents of this array. Keep in mind that the contents of the array are integers representing the bytes. Now where buffer is equal to buffer.from in bracket I'm a string in double quotes UTF-8. So this will print out a chain of values in UTF-8. So output will look this way. So this initializes the buffer to a binary encoding of the first string as specified by the second argument, in this case UTF-8. So UTF-8 is by far the most common encoding used with Node.js, but buffer also supports others too. Now consider about the module. A module is just a file. One script is one module. As simple as that. Modules can load each other and use special directives, export and import to interchange functionality, call functions of one module from another one. Export keyword labels variables and functions that should be accessible from outside the current module. Import allows the import of functionality from other modules. For example, if we have a file, say hi.js, exporting a function, so export function say hi in bracket user alert hello $user. Then another file may import and use it this way, import say hi from say hi.js, alert say hi in bracket John. So it will output hello John. The import directive loads the module by path dot say hi dot js relative to the current file and assigns exported function say hi to the corresponding variable. As modules support special keyword and features, we must tell the browser that a script should be treated as a module by using the attribute script type is equal to module. We can consider modules to be the same as JavaScript libraries, a set of functions you want to include in your application. There are various built-in modules. Node.js has a set of built-in modules which you can use without any further installation. So here is a list of some of the built-in modules of Node.js. So for example, if the module is assert, so it provides a set of assertion test. Buffer, so it is used to handle binary data. Child process module to run a child process. Cluster module to split a single node process into multiple processes. Crypto module indicates that you want to handle OpenSSL cryptographic functions. Event module for handling various events. FS to handle the file system. HTTP to make Node.js act as a HTTP server. HTTPS to make Node.js act as HTTPS server. Net to create servers and client. OS, it will provide the information about the operating system. And path to handle file paths. Include modules. To include a module, use the require function with the name of the module. For example, where HTTP is equal to require HTTP. Now your application has the access to the HTTP module and it is able to create a server. For example, if we want to create a server, we are using the function this way, http.createServer in bracket function in bracket request comma response. Response.writeHead 200 content type text.html/html. Response.end hello world listen 8080. So it will produce the output as hello world in your browser. You can also create your own modules and easily include them in your applications. The following example creates a module that returns a date and time object. For example, create a module that returns the current date and time. Exports.myDateTime is equal to function in that say return date. Use the export keyword to make properties and methods available outside the module. Save the code above in a file called, for example, myfirstmodule.js. Now, how to include your own module? Now, you can include and use the module in any of your Node.js files. For example, use the Node module just now you have created my first module in a Node.js file where HTTP is equal to require HTTP, where data is equal to require in bracket dot slash my first module. HTTP dot create server function in bracket request comma response dot write head 200 content type text slash html response dot write the date and time are currently then plus dt my date time then response dot end listen 8080. Now if you execute this program you will get the current date. So here you notice that we have used dot slash to locate the module. That means that the module is located in the same folder as the Node.js file. Save the code above in a file called demo module.js and initiate the file initiate demo module.js. You can execute your program this way: node demo module.js. If you have followed the same steps on your computer, you will see the same result as the example that we had seen: http://localhost:8080.